everyone, welcome to another episode of Solar Tech. Today I will be going retro with the iPod Classic and see whether it is still useful today. I will be covering areas such as hardware, conducting a walkthrough, looking at features, and then concluding by answering my question as to whether the iPod Classic is still useful today. So let's get stuck in. This 6th generation iPod Classic can hold 40,000 songs, 200 hours of videos, 25,000 photos, or a combination of all three. In addition, you can download podcasts and audiobooks onto it. It was released in September 2009. I bought it brand new in 2010 for £180, which was around $350, taking into account exchange rates in 2010. I have left a link below. In terms of colours, they come in black and silver. It weighs 140 grams, which is light considering smartphones nowadays weigh around 200 grams. I have had my iPod Classic for 11 years with its original lithium battery, and it is still serving me very well today. You can get around 6 hours use of battery life, although this would depend on your usage and the age of the battery. Also, the battery is inexpensive to replace. Obviously, the iPod Classic does not have internet, but you do not buy it for internet access. So, who is the iPod Classic for? I would say it is for the following. Firstly, it is for those who have a vast or growing music collection and want to store it in one place. Secondly, it is for those people like DJs, musicians, children's entertainers, etc. that may have a large music collection and want their music collection on a portable device whilst on the move. Thirdly, it is for those that do not want to store music on their smartphones, as it can eat up space very quickly. Although I do accept many get around this by signing up to the likes of Spotify, Apple Music, etc., where they pay a monthly fee to listen to unlimited music, which is a good alternative. Before taking a closer look at the iPod Classic, I do want to have a look at its predecessor here on the left. This is the Sony Walkman cassette player, which at the time was a masterpiece. I've owned this for many years, and believe it or not, it is still working to this very day. Maybe in the future I may do a review on it. We shall see. One of the features I love about this Sony Walkman, which is still prevalent in the iPod Classic, is at the top here. Let's just get that. So you should be able to see that both devices have space to insert a 3.5mm headphone jack, which I think is fantastic because it is a great way of listening to music. Obviously, the reason for upgrading to the iPod Classic is that, as you can see, the Sony Walkman can play one cassette at a time. So you are limited in the amount of songs that you can have. Whereas with the iPod Classic, it holds 40,000 songs. So it was a no-brainer to upgrade. Here is the iPod Classic. It has a 2.5-inch diagonal display, which is small by today's standards, but it is viewable, and you'll be able to see this as I go throughout this tutorial. Below that, you have the clock wheel, which is very responsive, and in today's terminology, I would describe it as buttery smooth, and that's after 11 years of ownership. When it comes to dimensions, this is 10 centimeters in height, 6 centimeters across, and if I turn it to the side, it's 1 centimeter in depth. Also, you can see you can hold that very comfortably in one hand. What else do we have on here? Okay, at the top here, just to the right, you will see space for a 3.5mm headphone jack. To the left, just here, it says hold. And what that means is if I push this switch over to the left, so you now see this orange part, what that means is the click wheel cannot be activated. This is really good, especially if you have the device in your bag. You know, you don't have it running and draining your battery. So that's a really cool feature. Besides that, at the bottom, you have space for the 30-pin charging cable, which looks something like this. So that will slot at the bottom, and then the other part will go into the USB, will go into your PC. So again, really simple device. The other thing to note is, again, after 11 years of ownership, you will not see any dent marks on this device. None whatsoever. I've looked after this, again, very well for 11 years. No drop marks, none whatsoever. Reason being is that I managed to purchase a case at the time. This is the one I was using, and I've been using, in fact, for the last 11 years since I purchased the device. So it's got the space for the slider at the top and the headphone jack, and then for space for charging. And again, I went for a transparent back because I just thought it would be criminal to hide the rear of the iPod itself. Now it's time to see what this iPod can do. It can store music, videos, photos, or a combination of all three. You can also download CDs and DVDs onto it. It takes podcasts, and I do believe podcasts are very popular nowadays. Extras, let's see what's inside there. Self-explanatory, calendars, yep. Store contacts, set alarms, games, has 3 games on here. I've never played those 3 games. You can store notes, set the screen lock, keep prying eyes away. You can also use the stopwatch. I should also mention, with this device, you can set it in any language. So it's very versatile. Let's go back. Okay, clock, self-explanatory, settings. So out of the 160 gigabytes, I've got 140 gigabytes left. Let's go inside just before we go further. So as we can see, you can set the volume limit, brightness, backlight, and as it says at the bottom there, it does take audiobooks, and I do believe audiobooks, again, today in 2021, they are very popular. Okay, so if we click on the about, so that's just a breakdown of the device. So most of what I have is mainly audio. Do have some music videos on here, and what I tend to do is before traveling, I'll download movies onto it. Okay, so let's go back. Go back again. Again, very simple device to use. Okay, so let's now go into the music. So you can have a breakdown of your music in terms of genres, albums, composers. So that's pretty good. So now we'll just go into the music. So this is my music collection. So using the click wheel or the clock wheel, depending what you call it. So I'll just whiz through some of this. buttery smooth, and with, again, very little pressure on the click wheel. Look at that, fantastic. Great. Okay, so let's go back, see if you can pull up a music video. Unfortunately, I'm not able to bring you any sound quality, otherwise I'll get a copyright strike. The way I would have demonstrated the sound quality is by attaching a small speaker into the 3.5mm headphone jack and then just have music playing. So that would have been the way to do it, but here we go, just to show you the quality of the screen. Okay, so I don't have any rentals, no TV shows, I've got music videos. So let's pick one of my favorites. And this is it. This is one of my favorite artists. So I'll just bring that forward so you get an idea. And what I do as well, just dim the lights. Judging by the many features within the iPod Classic, which I have demonstrated, and from the many reviews, it is clear there is still a place for the iPod Classic today. I have even had to decline offers from people wanting to buy my iPod Classic. If you manage to get your hands on an iPod Classic, you're in good company. As the name suggests, you'll be owning a classic item which is still proving its worth 11 years after release, with features seen in smartphones today. It even has the 3.5mm headphone jack, which is becoming extinct on smartphones nowadays, although Sony seem to retain it. From their Sony Walkman to their most recent Sony Xperia 1 Mark II mobile phone. As they understand, it is the DNA when it comes to listening to music. What are your thoughts on the iPod Classic? So just to round up, if you have enjoyed this tutorial, please hit the subscribe button below, which is free. A like would also be fantastic. If you have any questions, again, please raise them below in the comment section, and I will be more than happy to respond. Anyway, my name is Shola. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.
Where are you?